Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and I'm finally getting to recording my June Yarn Bingo video. I did come back to the house, and I have been working on unpacking everything I had taken to the apartment back into the house and trying to ensure that the house is still show ready. So it's been a very busy couple of days for me. I came back last Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, so it's been 1 week. And I was been a little under the weather on and off all week. So here we are. It only took me, a week to get the video filmed. So as normal, I'm going to go across each row. I did black out, and hopefully I won't have to get up and grab things too often. But I just realized the last one that I did not mark off was wreath. I did complete items for the wreath, but we'll get to that. So first off, we have create a Christmas gift. A couple months ago, a couple of y'all will remember I did a unicorn hat with a little softy unicorn up there for my granddaughter. This is the ball of yarn that my grandson picked for his. So he actually picked this and then said we had to make one for his sister too. So this one is for Tater Tot. So that is my Christmas gift. Actually, I thought I had the unicorn hat sitting up here on the shelf. I must have hidden it away or packed it or something. Cleaning up your craft area. Well, until I just filmed my previous video, as part of the move, I've actually cleared out quite a bit of stuff out of the craft room. So I'm counting that. Finish a whip. I have this is a donation hat for Amber over at Ooh Ah Crochet. It is the Hill 60 hat, which is a pattern I've shared 800. This video will not have pattern links, only because there are so many different patterns I use over the course of a month. I don't mind doing that for the show and tell, but if you just search Hill 60 hat, it will come up, knitting pattern. Also, if you look at my previous show and tell videos, I mean, just about every other one I have done a Hill 60 just because I love the decreased spiral for the hat. But this is using Red Heart Collage that I've had in my stash forever. Create a pattern that you downloaded and never made. This is the Wisteria Slouch Beanie. And I don't have a particularly good hair day today, so pull that on a little bit. But this is using the Premier DK. Whee! Love the way this turned out. This one is actually for me. I will be keeping that one. Work on a blanket project. I did spend some time working on my scrap blanket. Let's see. I finished the bright orange and worked all the way down to this pink that I'm working on now. I think I'm just going to turn that into a pet blanket. I'm not overly fond of the way it's looking. Next row is finish a whip. Oops, that goes with that. And that one I am counting my knit cupcake hat. This is another thing that I'm sending to Amber over at Ooh Ah Crochet. This is using the Karen cupcakes. And I think it's like berry cobbler or cherry cobbler or something. Next, create something with variegated yarn. And it says Ferris wheel scarf. So that would be this. And it's just a simple cowl. Create pop stick holders and send them to kids or give them to kids. I've already sent mine. I did share them in a video, and apparently I did not keep a picture. So I'm not sure which show and tell video from June it was that I shared it, but I shared the green one, and I made a couple other ones out of my scraps and sent those off already. Create a kawaii plush. I have my skein of yarn with her adorable little eyelashes. She can sit back there because she belongs in here. Holiday wreath. So I do not have the wreath base. It is actually across the room. But I can't, my leaves have sunk down somewhere, and I'm not going to waste my time and your time trying to find those. But I did make 3 little hydrangeas. I have a wreath base that I had wrapped with this gorgeous, almost latte colored yarn. It got a little sparkle in it. I wanted a succulent wreath, and I just have not liked any of the succulents I've made. But I did find a hydrangea bud pattern that I really loved, and I've got light green leaves that will go, and it'll sit down at the bottom. So that is actually my wreath project, even though it's only just the flowers for it. I need to find my long pins that I use when I do wreaths, because I'd prefer to pin those on that base. It is a styrofoam base with the yarn wrapped around it and hot glued. I would prefer to pin the leaves instead of trying to glue them on, mostly because I'd like to be able to sink the center specifically. The way I sewed these, I tried to keep it to where it was sort of kind of flat but still had dimension. So if I sink the pin in through the center, you'll still get it'll make all this ruche over the pin and still keep the rounded dimension. Oops, almost knocked over my cup of water. That's what I get for sitting it on the carpeted floor. The heat index is over 100 degrees again today. That's one of the reasons why we are going in the hole. Next, so now we're on the 3rd row. Share a link in the group of a YouTube podcaster, and I shared It's the Windy Lady. I will link her down below, and I'll also have Llama Mama Kayla's channel linked down below. Just heads up. I think I forgot last month. My brain not work. The next one is make a lovey. So I did make a little lovey. Oh no, sorry. It's create a child's toy. I made a lovey. He can sit up there for now too. I love how I'm just shoving things in the empty space behind me for now. Then we have the free space. Create something in rainbow colors. Well, these are my Vegas light socks. I'm using the Premier wool free, blah, 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 blah. And that's awfully neon rainbow. So these are my rainbow project. Create a bookmark. I have this. So this is a basic granny, half double granny square. And I use the scraps from the Ferris wheel. And I just happen to be at the weird color. I think I'm going to use the rest of that ball to make more. There's still a little bit of pink and a little bit of purple left of that ball. But I do have that. Challenge yourself to create something out of your comfort zone. Well, on my things I wanted to do for the year, I had double knitting. So I decided to make a coaster out of double knitting. I have not woven in my ends yet, and I have not blocked it. This is 100% acrylic. It's Red Heart Super Saver. So I do need to steam block it a little bit more square. But I'm rather pleased with that, especially as my first go. Now, I have done, and I mentioned this in my show and tell video where I show the coaster. I have done Intarsia before, and I have done Fair Isle before. But it's been a while since I've done any Intarsia, and I have never done double knitting. So I'm rather pleased with the way that turned out. I do need to find a cast on that matches the braided effect that's on the rest of the piece though. Next one is finish a whip, and I've got it written down as Ferris wheel hat. So this is another Hill 60 hat, and this is in Ferris wheel pink marmalade or pink grapefruit marmalade or something like that. And it matches the cowl. This will go to Amber at Crochet. something inspired by a book. So this project was not inspired by a book, but it makes me think of Jane Austen. And that is my Crochet Society project. And I'm still in the process of working my way through it. It is a tapestry crochet project. And I think it's just the blue in it and the combo of the blue and gray. But this will be a little wall hanging. I've never done tapestry crochet before, so this is also a first. But I am enjoying the way this is turning out. And I really think it's just that shade of blue always makes me think of the morning sitting room in a Jane Austen story. I don't know why. It's just a very classic English color, I think. But inspired by a book. And while I love Pride and Prejudice, do not get me wrong, I believe my favorite is actually Persuasion. And I liked it from the book form, and when I saw the Karen Hines Persuasion, I just loved it even more. Watermelon. Something watermelon themed. It looks like a piece of watermelon. This is one of the leftover tool the scrubbies I made from the leftover tool for my brother's wedding a couple years ago, where I made wreaths for the rehearsal dinner. But it literally looks like a little ring of watermelon. That was not intentional. I did not intend that. Create a summer item. Red, white, and blue dishy. That was, I actually meant for this to be my 4th of July item, but that got moved. Create a beach bag. I did finally finish this market bag, beach bag thing. I'm still not sure how it's going to work as a market bag, but it's a cotton bag, which makes it perfect for the beach. It's also, because it's corner to corner, you have enough holes for things to sift out if you need to. But for me, this is perfect for just tossing whatever in it. Pretty excited about that. Now I can finally take it to the market with me when I go down there. Create a project in your favorite brand of yarn. Alright, so this is the one I'm counting for that. I have to read which item is which. So this is a new favorite, and I mentioned this in one of my other videos. I really enjoyed working with the Karen Cupcake yarn. I still don't care for the little tiny pom-poms that came on the standard Cupcakes yarn, but I do really like the yarn itself, and it gives, I think part of the reason why I loved it is I love the speckling in it. I like the stitch definition in it. It's very soft. Once you wash it, this would, like, wash it and dry it or steam block it, your choice. I think this is going to be exceptionally soft and pliant. And I have this one, I think I'm going to keep for myself. And I have a ginormous red fur pom-pom that I'm going to stick on this. I'm trying not to babble. I really am trying to just give you as much information as possible, as quickly as possible. The next time is something patriotic for 4th of July. Now, I did print my card before Kayla updated the card to include Canada Day. But this is the crocheted hat I did out of the Karen Cupcake. And like I said, the 2 hats left me with 2 almost exactly half cakes. So that's what I'm doing the other one with. That is going to be donated to Amber over at Ooh Ah Crochet. Create something out of scrap yarn. And finish a whip. So these can just kind of fill in wherever. I did do a whole group of these. So this was watermelon. I think let's see. This is leftover from the wreath. This is leftovers from hair bows that I did a couple years ago. And this was the last one, which is Finish a Whip, is what I have this as. But because I did do 4 of them and I did play with different designs, I did go ahead and count some of these individually. But yeah, that's everything that I made. And like I said, I will not be including the links down below. I think everything that had a pattern name, I gave you the actual name of the pattern, like the Wisteria Slouch. The Karen hats are just made from the ball band hat pattern. So if you go to Yarnspiration and search Cupcake Yarn hat, those should pop up. The Hill 60 hat. The bookmark really didn't have a pattern. The cowl really didn't have a pattern. Yeah, so I mean, if you have any questions about how I did something, or you want a little bit more information about something that does have a pattern, you know, let me know and I will try to answer your question if I can. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care. Hopefully this will be going up tonight. Today is Tuesday, like I said. Fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll see. But take care. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye.